Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 18 minutes to get home, that's handy. It's Friday the 3rd, no it's Thursday the 13th, I was going to say it's Friday the 13th, woo, but it isn't Friday the 13th, it's Thursday the 13th. The reason it's Thursday night for this week's vlog is because it's Easter weekend, of course. Well, for us in the UK it's Easter weekend. Is it Easter weekend for everyone? I don't know. I suppose in a fashion, maybe. Anyway, it's Easter weekend, whatever, for whoever wants to have a weekend for Easter. So we're off Friday and Monday, of course. Long weekend break, and it's going to be rubbish in the UK. Rain tomorrow, cold on Saturday, and then rain Sunday and Monday probably. So, yeah, after last weekend's glorious weather while I was busy doing the exhibition, I get some time off and it's going to be cold and miserable. There you go. So this week has been it's been hard work, to be honest. I'm spent now, totally just done in. I'm ready to just there's a good chance tomorrow I'll just be spending completely like doing nothing trying to relax as much as possible because I am worn out completely. Strange man riding a bike on the dual carriageway, but on the path bit that isn't really a path at all, and you're not supposed to even walk on that bit, let alone ride a bike. Oh well, go on then. So yeah, it's been it's been a trial of a week really. All that running about doing the coffee festival. Of course, I drove down. You've seen the footage, no doubt, on Sunday morning. I drove down. I just did the footage going into London because I thought the motorway trip would be a bit boring, and I knew I was limited on actual storage space for the footage on the dash cam, and I wasn't taking a computer or anything to offload it onto. So I thought, well, I'll do just the run into London. It's probably more interesting seeing the road to London than just the boring old motorway, and then I'd do the motorway on the way back. You can see some of the motorway footage on the way back then. So I uploaded that bit anyway for anyone who's interested in just watching me driving about through London and then back from London. Anyway, we had the show on Sunday. It was ridiculously hot. It was like 24 degrees in the exhibition hall. But we were fortunate because we were downstairs and the upper floors were even hotter. Plus they got some sort of cooking going on, grill things going on and stuff upstairs. The smoke from that was horrendous. So yeah, it was all in all, it was a bit super hot, just with the weather of that weekend as well. But still plenty of people about on the Sunday. Lots of talking. Lots of people taking photos at the coffee roasters cooling tray with the coffee in, and we had it turning round with roasted coffee in. And yeah, that was a popular one as well. People taking pictures of the roasters. So I imagine Instagram and Twitter and goodness knows what else was flooded with pictures of coffee machines from our two, well, coffee roasters from the two we had on the stand. So that was all right. And then surprisingly, we were able to pack up a bit earlier than they said, because they said, oh, it's 7:30 it finished, and then you could start packing up till 9. Well, I mean, people started packing up stands at about 5 o'clock. I mean, it was getting quieter, so we held out till about 6:15, I think. But by then, you know, people were literally taking stuff out and closing down and everything. So it's like, well, may as well get started. And I'd got Atesh from Turkey and the engineer. Don't know if the engineer actually had a name. I was never told his name. I was just told he was the engineer from Turkey. And by all counts, those two had a very good time of it, because like on the Sunday they went out during the day and did like a tour of London, see all the sights and things. But the engineer from Turkey had never been out of Turkey before, and he works in the factory there 7 AM till 10 PM every day, including a Saturday. Well, I wasn't paying attention then, I was looking at that. Yes, 7 AM to 10 PM, and it's an hour then after that for him to get home on the bus. It's a tough old job for them over in Turkey. They earn the keep. So yeah, it was obviously quite enjoyable getting out. He did go and they went and see some of the customers that we supplied roasters to and helped them out with things and whatever else. So that was good. They got some help in there, and they spent some time on the exhibition stand helping out with that. So all in all, very good. Just ambulance, it's okay. So yeah, all in all, it was a pretty good event, and so we got packed up with those two helping me in pretty good time on the Sunday night, and the crate that had been taken away was brought back again. So on the Sunday night, so where I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to, you know, pack up Monday morning, we got the whole lot packed on Sunday night by like 8:30 or something like that. And so it was great, because it meant on the Monday morning all I had to do was just get up and then drive back north again. So perfect, really. Right, I'm off to drop my Hermes parcels, and then I must try and remember, I've got to email Richard Nellis's stuff, because I've not done that yet, and then it won't be on my watch, and then we'll go wrong again, won't we? Right, I'm off. Okay, I'm back from dropping off the parcels, so let's see if we can extract ourselves from the petrol station. And it could be tricky. So yes, so the drive back from London, if you watched the footage, you may have noticed that about halfway back from London, I seem to spend a great deal of time in the inside lane, sort of slipstreaming lorries. Now, if I'm not in a rush, I tend to do that. Oh, someone's let me out. Cheers, mate. If I'm not in a rush, let's just do the old flashy thing. I'll perhaps tend to do that. It's good for fuel economy. If you get behind a lorry or a van or something, slipstream them. And also, about 55, 60 miles an hour is a good cruising speed for this car as far as fuel economy goes. If I get to that sort of range, I can get the best mile per gallon out of it. Once you go normal sort of motorway 70 odd cruising speeds, then it's not so great on the mile per gallon, as it were, and it's rubbish around town. It really is. Miles per gallon just drops then. But anyway, yeah, what happened is the phantom juddery jerkiness reappeared again. Coming out of a 50 zone, I went to just accelerate out of it, and I noticed on the way down a couple of times it did it, and it did the sort of juddery jerky thing, and then the engine management flashy light came up, and I completely went real low on power, and it was going still, but it was flashing the engine warning light thing. And yeah, when it came to a hill, I was having to drop gears to just try and keep up with the rest of the motorway traffic, so it was dead down on power. So I rang the garage up when I got back. I made it back anyway. Just it was a bit more trundly than it should have been, but I got back. And he says, oh well, it's probably gone in limp mode. Sometimes if you just, you know, pull off the motorway at a junction and you shut the engine off and give the car a few minutes, then start it up again, it just resets it. I was like, well, I did think of that, but then I also thought, what happens if I pull off at junction when I'm 90 odd miles from home, and the car decides it won't start again afterwards? That would be really gutting, wouldn't it? So I thought, as it's going and it isn't too bad, I think I'll just soldier on. So I've got the dentist Tuesday morning first thing, so I says, well, I'll drop my car off and then walk into Brighouse. From the garage, it's about 20 minutes walk from Brighouse where the dentist was. So I said, I'll drop it off in the morning, you can plug it into your computer thingy and see what comes up. So did that, and when I got back, he said the error had come up that it had a misfire on one of the cylinders. So he says it could be that one of the coils is failing, or it could have just been an odd thing. It could have been the coil was hot and it misfired and it won't do it again. But I said, you know, with it doing this surging, which he says it sounds like a misfire. It could be that the coil is, you know, it's on the way out. It's so it's not always then kicking in and firing. It's interesting it does it when, you know, I'm trying to sort of accelerate from a low rev. But maybe that's when it's got most pressure on it or something, I don't know. So he said he can order another coil anyway, and it doesn't. It's like a fit while you wait thing if it needs doing. So I'll see how I go on over the Easter weekend. I've got kind of a busy week next week as well, so I don't know if I'll send it in next week, but I'll probably get it done at some point, just because it's kind of annoying. Because the other thing is, of course, when it does happen, which tends to be when I'm trying to accelerate, generally when you want to accelerate, is because you want to do something. And I was paying any attention again. I've been distracted. Shocking. So, not that I was that close, but it's closer than I'd like to be. So yeah, I'll get that sorted out at some point. Then, would you believe, Wednesday I had to drive to Leeds, grab 3 big heavy motors, and then shoot over to Liverpool so I could fit one of them to a coffee roaster, because the mixer motor had decided to peg out, well, being worn out on it, excessive use, and of course it was right when they were trying to roast a load of stuff, because there's an event on this weekend they're going to with a load of coffee. So like, it's just cut out the mixer. So yeah, I had to shoot across there, so even more mileage on top of all the mileage I've been doing, and it's a horrible job, that mixer, because it's obviously you're in like a little enclosed space underneath the tray where the coffee gets cooled, which gets full of all the mucky chaff and sort of parchment from around the coffee underneath, so that got all mixed in it, and it's, you know, the motor and the gear combined weighs about 20 odd kilos. It's a heft of a weight, and you're going to unbolt the motor and gear from underneath by crawling in this little round cylinder underneath, and then unbolt it all off and get the motor off, and then separate the motor from the gear, unwire the motor, wire on the new motor, connect the new motors to the gear again. Then the whole lot has to be lifted back up into place, so it should cost 20 kilos in a hole you can barely crawl into. Trying to lift it up to attach some of the bolts in to hold it in place is not an easy task on your own. It wouldn't be very easy with someone to help you, to be honest, because wouldn't really be any way of doing it. So it was a case of get another motor box in the space and prop the motor on it. It just sort of leant up with being propped as well, so I could get it just near enough to get the start of a bolt connected and then start on the other one. So it was about 3 hours work and it was hot and difficult and killed me off. It killed me off, but anyway, I got it fixed in the end, so he was pleased, and then headed back. So that was that, and then today I've just been trying to catch up with things, a few parcels obviously I went off and dropped, and that's it now, we're done. Next week I've got a couple of machines to York on Wednesday. We shipped one big machine out to London, which has gone, oh, I didn't have to hit that bloody pothole, I hate that pothole, damn. Yeah, shipped one pallet one out, so it's alright, it's stopping, so let's see if I can manage to get up here without going chug. It seemed a lot better after he had it in the garage. I don't know if it took the particular coil out and gave it a clean, or I don't know, blew on it, whatever you do with it, or not, because he didn't mention that. He just said he'd plugged it in and given this error code for the misfire. But it's been a lot better. I'm hardly noticing it now, but it does now and again. There's definitely still something there, so it'll perhaps just come back, get worse again in a while. So yes, other than that, because of all the running about in London and everything else I've not played hardly any Star Wars Battlefront for ages, and I'm missing it, and I want to go and have a go. What are these people doing, just wandering about in the road? Loonies. So I might do some of that tonight. I don't know if I'll upload this tonight, Thursday night, or if I'll stick with the Friday. Not sure really. But yeah, all that ring about, and I didn't even get, because I normally try and watch Bob's vlogs pretty much as soon or the day after, as soon as they're up or the day after. But I didn't even get a chance to do that until last night. In fact, it was. While I was suffering in agony. I'm still suffering in agony now. I tell you, fitting them damn motors is better than going to the gym. You don't need to go to the gym, you just need to go and fit one of these motors. There's bits of me that I didn't even know could ache today, from crawling about and lifting up and bolting and unbolting and goodness knows. So yeah, I was last night, I was just raw. But I chilled out a bit and, like I say, watched a few YouTube videos and generally relaxed. So that was it. Yeah, last Saturday, lovely weather last Saturday. I wasn't down at the festival then. I had the Friday at work and the Saturday at home. But yeah, the weather was lovely, so we went out. Went park. Funny enough, went to park in Brighouse, Willow Park. And they got a nice little beck in there, so the two boys were splashing about in Willow Park beck. And then just wait for this guy go next door. Yeah, the boys had a splash about, and we did some shopping, and we all called up to see my mum as well. So that was nice. Just to say, do it. Wonder if the bin men have been today, because they normally come Friday, but that's precision driving, this is. Next door leaving their car over the drive again. So they can get their nice BMW out. I can get in. Yeah, there's room. Just precision. You just got to be careful. I never really know. I never really know how I don't hit the far side, actually, because I've not got a total clue where that is. I'm not tall enough to notice that, but it's more luck than judgment that I don't hit it, but we always seem to end up in, so there you go. So yeah, that's probably about it. I need to do Richard stuff. No, I had a ting anyway. What was the ting? Oh, take a minute to breathe. Take a minute to breathe. Yes, thank you, Apple, reminding me about that. I must breathe and relax. So yeah, I try to watch a bit of YouTube. Not seen too many YouTube videos, and like I say, just no Star Wars, but I'll try and do something tonight. Maybe I'll upload this. I've got some of the Liverpool footage. I think I'll do some more driving footage, trying to mix it up a bit, the channel, you know, make it less boring. Oh, well, I don't really want you to see. Now I've gone on a tangent. They're going to think, why am I sat out here? He just on Bob's vlog, he was on about speeding fines. Well, yeah, I've just flown up here, and I think I was pretty much in the right limits. But yes, we've got to pay more attention, because this fines are going to get very harsh, and I imagine they're going to throw even more camera vans about to catch you, to put the fines in, especially if you're getting decent levels of fines, and also getting banned, of course, which is a bit of a worry. And he was also talking about YouTube and the this whole thing now where your channel's got to have had 10,000 views before you can monetize it. It doesn't affect me, because hardly anyone watches any of my videos anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't get any revenue from it. But it's kind of spoiling for people who want to get started out, because there's less of an incentive now. If you want to start your own channel, having to wait that long before you might get a little bit paid back to you, doesn't seem worth it, does it? But I don't know. Like I say, it doesn't really affect me that much. Right, Richard Nellis says he sang "Somebody That I Used to Know" by Gottai on Tuesday evening. No, I don't know who they are either. They did send me some link to look at it, but I didn't recognise them. So, Boss Baby, he watched Boss Baby. I want to watch that, actually. Everyone's been waiting to watch that. The warm weather we had last weekend, yeah. Well, we've already discussed that, and we went to the park and things. But you know, obviously the Sunday I was at the festival, and it was just it's too hot in there. The Mystery of the Loose Shoelace. Not sure what that is. 2017 Hall of Fame weekend from Good Friday to Easter Monday on Classic FM 6. Sounds good. I'll be tuning in. I will, Richard. The floral tribute to the teenager with the football flags and flowers after finding the body at North Bridge in Halifax. I know what that's about. I'll have to have a look at that. Interesting. Oh, last week as well, yes. Last Friday, I said, I'll put a note in the comments. I don't know if anyone saw it anyway. There was all that traffic, and it turned out someone had jumped off the motorway bridge, in fact. Not the bridge in Brighouse, but it was one of the motor bridges out of Brighouse, but onto the motorway, so they had to shut the motorway. And that was why the traffic chaos was happening last Friday. So, yeah, I've not actually heard anything more about that, but I presume it would have been a fatality, but I've not actually heard either way, so maybe I ought to look, but I don't know. Anyway, I better go in, because I'll be wondering why I sat out here, and I'm ready for a rest now. Go and have a relax, I think. Okay, have a good weekend. Well, Easter weekend. I'm going to have a good Easter weekend, 4 days off. Relax or whatever you want to do, go away. We were going to go away a couple of days, but it's going to be really rubbish weather now, so I'm not sure if it's really worth it. We'll just get some stuff done around the house, tidy up and things, I don't know. I'm going to nip up to York on Sunday, see relatives, so. Anyway, yeah, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see ya!